Matt Lenihan, Boxing Social, in association with Empire Fight Store and Our Kings. I never thought I'd have the chance to ever interview Bryan Danielson. What a strange world this boxing world is, and it's crossed over with wrestling once again. Look, you've performed in stadiums. It's a first time for these two, an event of this magnitude. We're going to have so many people there. What advice would you give to these two about how to handle the occasion? Because it's different.
Yeah, it is different, and I think it's hard for me because by the time I main evented Wembley Stadium, I'd already done multiple stadium shows, right? And so at my first stadium show, what they told me was, do not look out at the crowd. And I didn't follow their advice, and by the time I got in the ring, I was like, oh my goodness, oh my goodness, oh my goodness. So I think for these guys, with them being in a real fight, in a real boxing match, they just got to focus and zone out all the extracurricular things.
I've got to ask, there's been a lot of crossover from professional boxing going over to wrestling. We've seen Floyd Mayweather, amongst others. Who's been sort of your favourite crossover from maybe this world or from another entity where you've gone, you know what, you've got my respect, you've been able to come and hang and play the part and do that craft that is professional wrestling?
Yeah, so, I mean, I thought, as far as their impact on professional wrestling, I thought Mike Tyson has had the biggest impact because he legitimately turned the tide. It was at a time when WWF was competing with WCW and WCW was always winning, and then the Mike Tyson getting his involvement really turned the tide, and then him being willing to go in there and play ball with those guys. And so he was a real professional for them, and and that was 1997?
Yeah.
So,
a long time ago.
Yeah.
Well, look, let me ask you this. Would you ever consider, I know you like a challenge, you've fought everything, and some of the hardest battles are maybe outside the ring, trying to get back in the ring, especially in your game. I've watched your story throughout. Would you ever consider crossing over into this field just for one night?
No, I have too much respect for boxers. So I've done a lot of Muay Thai training, and a lot of like jiu-jitsu training and stuff like that. And one of my problems with my Muay Thai is I'm better kicking than I am with my punches. So my Muay Thai coach went and had me train with boxers, and this was when I was living in Las Vegas. And I went and I trained with some these were 16-year-old kids, and they lit me up, right? They were like. Because you have to understand, boxing movement, and especially guys who are elite at this level, it's so, with their head movement, all that kind of stuff, I couldn't touch this 16-year-old kid. I couldn't touch him. And yet he knew, because at that point I'd had a decent number of concussions, and he knew he wasn't supposed to hit me in the head too hard, and he just gently tapped me. He just, at will.
How frustrating is that?
Yeah.
He's going to wrap this guy up.
Yeah. It's like, and so, that's where, and we also had Anthony Ogogo, with AEW, and talking to him about boxing and that sort of thing. It's just, it's just a different, when you get to this level, it's just different.
Well, let me ask you about the fight. What have you seen in the build-up? What have you made of it? There's been a lot of comparisons. We talk about wrestling, we talk about a narrative and the story, and what is the story. You've seen this unfold from the dads years ago to now the sons, to the fight that was supposed to happen that didn't, to it happening now, to an egg splat, to Chris missing weight today. But look, what do you make of the whole narrative of this story, and what a big event it's going to be?
Yeah, so I think one of the things that's fascinating about it is there's constantly different layers that are unraveling here. You know what I mean? So it starts with the fathers, right? And then, you think, is that going to be it? Then it's the fight that didn't happen before. Is that going to be it? And then now there's all these different things, and then it's missing weight, and then it's this, and then it's that, and it's that. It's like, it's the constant unraveling to the very end. To the very end, there's new layers, and it's unbelievable.
Look, who have you got winning and why? State your case for the guy you want to win.
Listen, I am not a boxing expert at all, and so I can't tell you why somebody's going to win. I watch boxing fights as a fan, like most other people, and I'm just rooting for Chris Eubank Jr. And I think he's going to do a TKO in the 5th round.
Well, look, Bryan, I appreciate your time. I really appreciate you speaking to Boxing Social. Fingers crossed we cross paths again. I really appreciate it.
Yep. Thank you very much.